man, 29 knockouts in his 31 wins, 7 in the first round. 21 of those 29 knockouts in 3 rounds or less. So Pablo Baez coming in here tonight, a distinct underdog. This resident of Los Angeles, out of the Dominican Republic, wearing the burgundy trunks, standing calmly in his corner as we await the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention to the ring, please. 15 rounds of boxing for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first our judges for this event, Knud Jensen from Denmark, and from South Africa, Les Muller. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing at 147 pounds from Detroit, Michigan, the WBA champion of the world. All right, correction, we'll have it first. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger on my right. In the red corner, from 147 pounds, he is the California State Champion, ranked now by WBA. Let's say hello to Pablo Baez. Baez. And in the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Detroit, Michigan, he weighs 147 pounds. He is the WBA champion of the world. Let's welcome Thomas Hitman Hearns. And your referee for this event, Ken Morita. Ken Morita from Japan.
The referee, Ken Morita, with the final instructions, and there's the soulful stare between Thomas Hearns and Pablo Baez. As the song goes, he's got Betty Davis eyes.
Did Hagler start that business with you? No, it was Ali, I think, who started the eye business.
Okay, don't blink. Thomas Hearns is in the ring, and he's taking on Pablo Baez, scheduled for 15. The WBA welterweight champion in the white trunks. Baez, the California welterweight champion, in the red trunks. There's the bell for round 1. Both fighters 6'1". So it's rare that Thomas Hearns is looking directly into the eye of his opponent and punching straight out instead of down. Once again, in Texas, the 10-point must system if you're scoring along with it.
Hearns did very well in the first round. He's moving good. He's using that jab, a hard jab is what he's using.
So far, it's all jabs between these two. Baez with a left hook. The right was blocked by Hearns. He just walks away. The one criticism Hearns does not like is that he's not a fine boxer. Marvin, what's your evaluation of his boxing ability?
Well, this is the first time I'm getting a look at him right now, and to me right now, he looks very well. He's using a nice jab there. He looks like he wants to lay back and come with a right hand. That's what he wants to suck him in, pull him into him, and hit him with that right hand.
You guys surprised that Baez is walking into him now? Coming right at him.
The way I heard it looks like this guy is nothing. He walks into him with his hands down and everything. He's very confident about this guy.
Baez with a low blow, warned by the referee about it. Hearns didn't like it at all. I don't know how you would like a low blow. Minute to go in the opening round. Both fighters a little tight, and now they start to open up as they exchange right hands. Of course, Hearns, ever dangerous. He's got cannons in both hands, and there's a right hand that caught Baez flush on the left side of his face. Baez with a couple of body shots of his own, but he takes some rights to his head. Lead right hand by Hearns here in the opening round. Another right by Hearns. He's a target, that's for sure. He's been hurt early. Hearns with a couple lefts to the body.
This is what I tell you about. You have to loosen up early before you get out there in that ring. I don't think Baez loosened up enough. There's not an ounce.
Hearns with right hands to the left side of Baez, coming upstairs with right hands to the left side of Baez's face.
Marvin, remember I said countering right to a right lead? But Baez is short all the time with that right lead.
Well, he's not moving his head as much, and he's just leaving himself for a target. He's very slow with that jab. Gonna loosen up in the locker room.
Round 2 scheduled for 10. WBA welterweight champion Thomas Hearns in the white trunks. Pablo Baez, the California welterweight champion, in the red trunks. Baez takes a heavy jab from Hearns and took a backward step off a jab. Baez better not buy any long playing records if he's going to take that many right hands from Hearns. With us at ringside, along with Bill Mazer and me, is Marvin Hagler, the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. Marvin, Baez has got to have more movement, otherwise he is going to get hit as if he was a statue.
Well, right now you see Hearns starting to dance and move around. It's so that he's trying to save this guy a little bit. The way he was pumping him in the first round, he was hitting with hard left hand. It's beautiful right crosses. But let's see if he continues that with the right hand lead.
Baez also having difficulty reaching Hearns. Several of his punches here in the opening moments of the second round have been considerably short. Another right hand by Hearns, off a jab missed by Baez. Hearns with a combination, then goes downstairs, misses with the right hand. Right to the body by Hearns. Another right cross catches Baez in the left side of his face.
I believe Baez is fighting him a little wronger. He should have more pressure on him. He's leaving himself open for them long right hands.
Three right hands by Hearns.
The tall man needs a lot of room. He's got to get in the inside of those long arms.
Hearns can go to that right hand anytime he wants. Baez living dangerously here in Houston. This is the second round scheduled for 15.
Every time that you see that, Bill, that he backs up, Hearns just leads in there with the straight right hand.
Hearns battling flat-footed here because Baez simply is not moving enough. And Hearns is just sitting back, waiting to counter Baez. Flicking out that jab, and it is a heavy jab. The area around Baez's left eye now is swollen and red. However, it is not cut. It is what you call a laceration.
Well, you notice Hearns starting to slow down a little bit, like he's picking his spots right now. He's waiting for this guy to make a bad move. And you just seen right there, he tried to counter over his jab. He's fighting a very smart fight. He's letting this guy fight his way. That's what he wants to do.
Baez in the red, bewitched, bothered, and bewildered. He can't do anything offensively against Hearns. And Hearns there with two body shots, first a right and then a left. And that ends round 2. Round 3, Thomas Hearns in the white trunks, Pablo Baez in the red. The first 2 rounds distinctly belong to Thomas Hearns. They score by the 10-point must system here in Texas. And Hearns comes out with some motion here in the 3rd round, circling around Baez.
Sal, that's the way you get rid of a left jab, is banging with the right to the side of the body the way Sean O'Grady did with Hilmer Kenty. They must have noticed that in that fight, and that's what Baez is trying to do. But Hearns seems almost disdainful of it.
Baez has to get in the inside. That's got to be his game plan. He's got to get in the inside, work the body. But by him being so tall himself, he's probably used to fighting shorter guys.
Hearns working the jab against Baez.
He's got to throw punches out there, Baez does, and make Hearns kind of respect him too.
22-year-old Thomas Hearns having it his way against Pablo Baez. Just over a minute gone here in the 3rd round. Best piece of action was the last minute of the opening round, where Hearns tattooed Baez with several right hands.
Seems to me it's just a matter of time. He's like he's setting them up here for a good right-hand shot.
And of course, Baez is also letting Tommy get off first, which is obviously a bad mistake. The only shot Baez has is to offset Hearns' rhythm, get to him first.
Well, first of all, if this guy here, Baez, wanted to take this championship away from Hearns, he's got to go out and take it. He's got to fight. He's got to force the fight.
Good point, Mark.
If he wants this title.
Their heads just came together. No cut on the butt, however, and it was Baez who raised his head against Hearns as they came close. In his last fight against Randy Shields, Hearns was cut by a butt as early as the 3rd round, fought valiantly throughout the bout, and took out Shields in the 13th.
What I can't understand is why Baez just stopped and started looking at him and stopped punching when he had his man Hearns against the rope. This seems to me the way that he would want to fight Hearns.
Hearns is pulling a rope-a-dope on him.
And the referee is not involved because they're not in the clinch. He's letting them fight their way out. Left hook by Hearns, right cross by Hearns.
Hearns looks like a very cool, calm customer in there. He knows his job and he knows what he's doing.
Final seconds of the 3rd round.
I think Baez is a little nervous about getting that close.
Every time he comes out, he wishes to God up there. He knows that he's in there with a good fighter, but like I said, if he wants this man's title, he's got to go out and take it from him.
Round 4, scheduled for 15. Thomas Hearns, so far, in our view, pitching a shutout against Pablo Baez through 3 rounds.
Sal, the only thing about time now is the longer Baez goes, the more confident he's going to get.
Well, I believe that he's trying to loosen up in the ring, and I think that he would have gave that much better look at himself if he loosened up inside the dressing room.
A right-hand lead by Baez caught Hearns on the chin, his most effective punch, even though it certainly wasn't a damaging blow.
Baez has one bad move, and that he doesn't move his head.
The area around Baez's left eye is really red now, and there's a trickle of blood coming from it as Hearns tags him with a left hook. Another right hand by Hearns, and he continues to peck away at that sore left eye of Pablo Baez. There's a left-right combination by the Motor City Hitman. Hearns must feel like he's at the bat away. Put 50 cents in the slot and take his shots. He's hardly being pressed here by Baez. Big right hand by Hearns. Baez is hurt. He's in his own corner. And now Hearns is taking over. He caught him with a lead right. Baez is trying to cover up, but he's taking a lot of trouble. He's flat-footed and bleary-eyed. And Hearns now battling him on the rope, going downstairs as well as upstairs.
Where he is right now, Baez.
40-odd seconds to go in the round. The right hand by Baez is out of his feet. The referee stops him out. With nicely finished. Thomas Hearns wins his 32nd in a row.
Like I said, it's just a matter of time.
Matt Helrich up in the center of the ring. Thomas